Hello everyone, welcome back to Blissful Body Journey. I'm Karen Gottlieb. Today we're diving into the world of Pilates again, this time with a focus on lower body wall exercises. These 4 exercises are designed to target your quads, your glutes, your thighs, and more. I'll help you sculpt and tone your lower body like never before. So grab a free wall and let's get started. Our first exercise is going to be some heel lifts to work our calves, also our shins, our thighs. You might feel some hamstring and the glutes, okay? So we're going to get everything in right away. We're going to take our little shallow squat. Remember, it does not have to be deep. Make sure your knees are feeling safe, okay? I like to squeeze something to keep my inner thighs really engaged. I feel safer with this. You don't have to, but like a ball or a block, or you could roll up a towel, anything that feels comfortable, and you want your knees and ankles, in a line over each other, right? We're just gonna hang out here, squeeze, lift the lower tummy in and up. Just make sure the abs are very active. You're lifting them up, closing the belly button. You can think of lassoing your waist in. That's another good image. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. So our arms are here, but I want you to actively pull your armpits to your waist here. Okay, now we're gonna kind of float the toes over the floor. Make sure that you can push the heel down a lot and the toes are free and just stretching out over the floor. Now we're gonna start with just lifting our heels up away from the floor. So we're gonna lift up and then feel like you're pressing your heels down, like there's something under your heels that you have to mash back down into the floor. So you're keeping it very controlled. Let's do this 2 more times and press down. And 1 more time, lift up and press down. Now we're gonna try to lift our foot away from the floor, keeping our heel down and then lower. And we're gonna do 4 of these, lift and lower. So just lifting the foot except for the heel staying really down. Good, head is floating over the shoulders, good. And then we're gonna hold it here and we're gonna lift the heels up and then we're gonna lift the toes. And then we're gonna lift heels and toes. Heels, keeping the stomach in, toes. 1 more time, heels and toes. Now we're gonna take our feet a little bit wider and turn in like we're pigeon-toed, okay? Now keeping the lower stomach in and up, we're gonna start with the heels again. We're gonna lift up and then press down, okay? Nice and slow. Lift up slowly and press down. Nice and slow and controlled. Lift up, keep the stomach in, and then press down. Really squeeze the inner thighs to your ball or whatever you've got there. Good, 1 more time, lift up and lower down. Now we're gonna try to lift the toes and lower down. Lift the toes and lower down. Keep the squeeze on the ball. Good, 1 more time, lift the toes and lower down. Now we're gonna go heels and toes. Heels and toes, good. Heels, this is a great exercise if you tend to pronate because we're getting the tibialis posterior in here and we're getting the calves, right? So we're gonna now we're gonna turn out and get some external rotation here. We wanna keep our heels together and our toes a little bit apart. It will have a little diamond shape here. Good, and again, we're gonna start with the heels. The heels are gonna stay together. Don't let them come apart. Squeeze them together. I'll say it 1 more time. Squeeze them together, because everybody likes to do this and have their heels apart. Keep them together, right? Inhale, exhale, lift the heels, and then lower down. Lift the heels, remember you're pressing down. Lift the heels up, press down. Now we're gonna lift the toes. Now we're getting perineals, right? On the outside of the shin, good. 2 more. Good, and then we're gonna lift heels and then toes. Heels and then toes. Heels and toes. 1 more time, heels and toes. Good, take a break, turn in, and just maybe hang over your legs for a second. Good. For our next exercise, we're gonna try to stand on 1 leg at a time. So single leg squats here. You're going to, again, make it a shallow squat. You don't wanna be too deep, right? And we're gonna inhale, exhale, pull your belly button deeply into the wall here. Try lifting the heel of your right foot at first, and then slowly see if you can lift your foot off the floor. Okay, you want to keep the heel of the opposite leg pushing into the ground. Feel like you're trying to kick your heel to the wall on this leg, and open up your thigh this way, like the bone of your thigh is turning. Okay, and then we're going to lower down, and then inhale. Good, we're going to lift the heel, exhale, pull your stomach in and up, and see if you can lift the other foot off the floor. Draw your heel into the floor on this opposite foot here. Good, and then lower down. Inhale. Exhale, abs to lift the leg. You want to feel like your abs lift your leg up. Think of a chain from your belly button to your knee, and that you have to draw the chain in through the belly button to lift the knee. So inhale down, exhale, abs and up. Try to do this with the shoulders away from the ears. So try to actively turn your lats on here through the underarm reaching to the waist here. Push that armpit to the floor. Inhale. If you want to get fancy, you can keep one leg lifted and see if you can just make little circles. Inhale out and down, and exhale up. 2, 3, and then reverse it. 1, 2, 3. And come all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Other leg up if you want to do the fancy circles here. 1, 2, 3, and then reverse it. 1, 2, 3, and we'll come all the way down. Good, stretch your legs out, take a deep breath. The next exercise is that we're going to practice some abduction for your hips. This is really, really important to wake up your glutes because a lot of us sit too much of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn sideways and bring the closest hand to the wall against the wall to help you balance. So I'm bending my elbow here, a kind of a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to think of pushing my armpit down to the floor, right? And then I'm going to inhale, exhale, lift my lower abs in and up, and just try to lift my right knee up here, okay? And you're just balancing on one leg. And then we're gonna inhale, exhale, just lift this leg away and then back in, right? You're lifting your lower stomach in and up. You wanna feel in the leg that you're standing on, like you're getting a little crease in your glute here. You're getting that little dimple in your glute, and you're gonna press out, and then this one here, and come in. Right, and we're gonna press out and come in. Let's do 4 more here. Inhale, exhale, press out and in. Out and in. Shoulders away from the ears, press the head towards the ceiling, try to get taller. Keep the heel down and make sure you can open up your toes. Now we're gonna rest the foot here, and we're just gonna try to turn the knee out and then in, still staying tall on that opposite leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, lower abs in and up, 7, and 1 more, 8. Good. Now we're gonna bring this foot down. We're gonna turn out both feet just slightly, and then take the outside leg back here a little bit. Turn it out, right? The knees to the outside, and we're just gonna lift this leg up and down, try to pulse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll come down, and then we're gonna turn around and do it all on the other side. Okay, so we're going to balance yourself, pull that elbow down to the floor, get that armpit on, right? And then we're gonna try to balance on a foot. You could keep your leg low like this, right? Or you can bring it up way high, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I can already feel I'm more comfortable in my right leg here to balance. And then lift the leg out and then in, and then out and in. Keeping the lower abs pulled in and up. Exhale to take the leg away from you. Make sure you have those abs on. Try to feel the crease of your glute in here, a little dimple in your cheeks there, right? Good. Let's do 1 more. Good, and then we're gonna do more of this external rotation this way. So we're gonna turn out and turn in. It's like tree pose in yoga. Keep pressing the heel of the standing leg deep into the floor, really push down, lift the thigh off the kneecap, and then we're using all this external rotators here. One more time. Good, and hold it here. And then we're gonna come down, do that slight turn out, take the outside leg back a little bit, bend the knee here, so it's not a straight leg, but bent. And we're just gonna do little pulses up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that'll get all angles of your glutes. Next thing we're gonna do is some bridges. I love to work my hamstrings because I need them to fire more because I tend to be lordotic in my back. I tend to have an overarch in my back, and a lot of people tend to have that. And they're great if you sit a lot too. So we're gonna lie on your back with your head away from the wall. And we're gonna put your feet up against the wall here, good? And then I'm gonna center myself, and then again, I love to squeeze things so that my inner thighs stay active and I can really feel my lower abs lift in and up. I'm gonna start here with my heels against the wall and lift the rest of my foot away from it, and think of pulling my heel down, like I'm trying to pull it down to the floor, right? And we're gonna breathe into our back and do nothing at first, just inhale. And then as we exhale, we're gonna squeeze, scoop your lower tummy in and up, and curl the hips away from the floor. Hold it here, breathe in. And then exhale, we'll curl down. Pull the toes up, push the heels down to really activate your hamstring. We're gonna do just about 2 more like this. Inhale, exhale, scoop your lower tummy in, curl the hips up, really melt the abs in. See if you can just let them sink in. It'll feel a little bit more relaxed than you think it might feel, right? So we're gonna inhale, exhale. You really wanna have a feeling of them melting in. A lot of times we think of working our abs and we actually kind of end up pushing them out, but we wanna really melt them in here, closing the belly button and then rolling down. Now we're gonna put the foot on the wall, the whole foot on the wall, and then pull the heel to the glute and curl up, and just see if you feel anything different between the 2 foot placements, right? And then inhale, exhale, scoop your lower tummy in, curl under, right? And then inhale, exhale, curl down. If the tucking under is hurting your back at all, you could try to keep the pelvis more what we call neutral, right? And just hover the hips up and hover the hips down. So I'm keeping my hips more like a plate lifting and a plate lifting down rather than scooping and tucking and curling up. So if you're feeling any pain by rolling through the spine, you can just keep it a little smaller and try just lifting, right? Keeping this triangle, all the little points of the hip in one line, and then lowering down. So you're not scooping and tucking as much if you're having any problems with that, right? And then we're gonna take your feet a little wider and turn the feet in, right? So really squeeze the ball. It'll work your vastus medius, which is really good for your knee tracking. We're working all kinds of things here. Lift the toes away from the wall, scoop your lower tummy and curl up. So we'll do, again, 3 of these, keeping the foot lifted away from the wall and the heel down. Pull the heel down, feel like you're pulling the heel down to the floor. That'll really tuck in the abs for you, right? The more you can get the hamstring on, the more it's just gonna scoop in your abs and give you that flattened look that, you know, we all strive for again, right? And then pull down, but it's really good for your posture. You want that stomach pulled into your lower back so we don't have back pain. Good, and then let's put the feet on the wall now, and just same thing, curling up, right? As we exhale, hold it on the inhale, and then exhale, rolling it down, right? Inhale, exhale, scoop and roll up, really squeeze, right? So you get that vastus medius on the inside of your knee, and then curl down, right? And then inhale, good, exhale, scoop, squeeze, right? Shoulders away from the ears, work on that here to ease in the neck. Good, and then again, if you don't feel good about rolling through your back that way, just lift it and lower it. It'll be smaller, okay? But what's really important is doing this without any kind of back pain. So this is a neutral position for this. Good, one more time. Good, just to show that, how that would look different. Then we're gonna take whatever you're squeezing to the side and we'll do heels together, toes apart here. So now we have our external rotation. We're gonna lift the toes. We're gonna do 3 here, keeping the toes away from the floor. We're gonna roll up on the exhale. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, scoop, lower tummy in, push the armpits away from the ears, let your head float. Right, hold it, inhale, exhale. Think of pulling the heels down to the floor or under you as you come on down, keeping the hamstrings really active. Inhale, exhale, scoop your lower tummy in and up as you come up. Inhale, exhale, we'll roll it down. Then let's rest the feet, right? Again, exhale to come up, inhale, exhale to roll down. Right, inhale, exhale to curl up. Inhale, exhale to roll down. Good, and then again, neutral would look like this. You would just hover the hips, good, and then lower down, keeping a little bit of that arch in your lower back. So instead of tucking like this, we're just gonna keep the hips how they are, just try to hover them off the floor, and then lower down, right? Keep the heels, think of the heels to the glutes. Either way, you're gonna feel your hamstrings. I'll just do one more with the scooped in curl, right? And then lower down. Good, now let's bring your legs parallel and we'll bring your right foot away from the wall, right? And we're gonna try to curl up and then curl down here with just one leg, right? So inhale, exhale, scoop your lower tummy and curl up. Now on these, make sure that you're lengthening the free leg and pulling up through the standing leg, the leg that's on the wall, right? A lot of times this kind of stuff can happen, or this kind of stuff, right? Where we kind of lose the squareness of the hips. We're gonna try to keep the hips as square as possible, right? So we're gonna pull that heel to glute, keep this hip under you, lengthen this one away, good, and then lower down, push the armpits to the wall, try to let the head just go away from the wall like it's floating away, right? Scoop to come up, right? Inhale, exhale, pull down. Again, if that feels uncomfortable, you can stay neutral, keeping that curve of your lower back. It'll just be a little smaller with the wall. You won't go up as high, that's fine. Good, and then let's switch legs here, right? So we're gonna inhale, exhale, pull up through the standing hip, lengthen this hip away, keeping the hips as even as possible, right? And then we'll lower down as we exhale as well. So we're gonna inhale, and then exhale, curl up, pull the heel to the glute. Good, inhale, exhale, lower down. My right hip is weaker than my left, so you might see some differences. Inhale, exhale, heel to glute. Good, inhale, exhale, heel to glute. Good, inhale, good, exhale, heel to glute. Good, inhale, exhale, trying to find that evenness of the hips, good, and lower down. And again, you could go neutral, keeping a little bit of that arch in the lower back instead of the tucking under, giving a little arch, and then lower down. Let's do 2 more, lifting up and lowering down. And one more time, lifting up and lowering it down. And then you can just stretch your legs up the wall for a second, shake it out. Good, cross the right ankle over the left knee, take a little piriformis stretch. Good, and then we'll switch. Good, and breathe, and you can just stay here for the rest of the day if you feel like it. There you have it, 4 challenging Pilates wall exercises to tone and strengthen your lower body. Remember to focus on proper form, breathe through each movement, and listen to your body. I'd like to close with a positive affirmation, so let's close your eyes and repeat after me. I am grateful for my body and all that it allows me to do. I'm grateful that you're here. My name is Karen Gottlieb, and this is Blissful Body Journey. I'm here with you to find balance and bliss within our own bodies. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more Pilates and movement workouts, and let me know in the comments which exercise you found the most effective. I'm here for you. See you in the next workout session.